This poem is for all of us. Light dashes to the ground and spreads flat like a frightened water drop, wriggling down between the leaves, patterning the sky in the soft woods, where the stream presses its body to the ground, filling the silence with the voice of its comforting rush of breath, artery of the forest, of our lives. Imagine each of us, before we climb into our words, strong-bodied in this forest of cradling arms, its hands laced above our heads in a cathedral of leaves, our legs buried to the calves in the muscles of the stream, feet learning to be loved by the mud. We are built of everything small that will let itself become an eternity. Raising each other up, building ourselves from the flags of other people's truths, the water that will not be held back. We are always moving, rest never quite reaching our fingertips. I wonder why they call it a riverbed. When we return from the river into this dry, squeezing world of expectation, our legs are still wet to the knees with the dew of our inspirations. We have to remember what we learned from the river before we are told that our inspirations are not enough to hold us, that it is better to towel our legs dry, to scrape them clean with a razor, that if we let them flower, we are dirty, not girl enough for this world, and if we scrape them into silk, we are too much girl for it to ever expect to hold us. And where are the boys with wet legs and dry eyes? I want to see them cry a river that can flow to the ocean so they can press the salt in the wounds in their ego. Perhaps that can heal them. Perhaps they can realize that they were never meant to be the ones to hold the world up, no matter what their childhoods told them. We are all built to hold this world high above our trembling shoulders. We are all meant to cry when we break. And none of us is built to snuff the flame in another person's chest. Hell yes, I'm a feminist, meaning all of us are bleeding from our spines, from this patriarchy slipping its knife into our backs, its trembling power teaching us to fight for the very demon that sits at our throats, to turn loose upon each other, that we have everything to lose if we even dare breathe. I am a feminist for the girl dropping out of volleyball because somebody told her, "You throw like a girl," and she thought that was a bad thing. I'm a feminist for every man with blood weeping from his arm, sucking back his pain, telling everyone, "I'm okay. It's just a scratch." I'm a feminist for the woman who chooses not to go into engineering because she's had to battle too hard already to be recognized as equal to her classmates. And sometimes the victory is just not worth the fight. I am a feminist for every boy trying to wear a dress and told that those clothes are only for girls while his sister skips past in her pants. I'm a feminist for the woman told she was a boy from birth who feels she has to wear a skirt to be seen as herself from those who dare try to take her womanhood away from her. I'm a feminist for the woman of color carrying her rage and fear knotted beneath her throat, knowing sometimes even the good feminists will pull each other to their feet and pretend they don't see her lying beside them. I'm a feminist for the Asian boy fighting down stereotype after stereotype, terrified of the day he finally breaks down. Who will crutch his trembling shoulders? I'm a feminist for the person who's not a boy or a girl who cannot see their face in any of society's mirrors. But we all know these stories, these bitter regrets, these mangled triumphs. We could all list a river of forever of reasons to keep trying, to keep breathing this good air and stand up, holding each other above the heads of the patriarchy so we can finally be heard. We are here to breathe hope into this aching world, to remind ourselves that we are but water drops. Alone we splatter, frightened, to the forest floor, but together we build the temple of the river. So let us go out and create a world where the rivers we wash our feet of hope in do not run with the blood of Indigenous women, where we do not lose our boys to the believing that they will never be man enough for our society. Let us return to that river and promise our legs, our wheelchairs, our crutches, whatever we use to carry ourselves into tomorrow, that they will always be strong enough to carry us as far as we need to go to complete this journey. So let us never stop trying to build each other up, to stop telling femininity it is too weak for us, to stop making masculinity so powerful. All of us are broken by these cracks, but we can mosaic a future. Let us stand by our sisters and realize the riverbed is a candle lit for our burning mouths. Thank you.